Well, I have finally figured out my schedule for the month of Dragon Ball. This is something I wish I figured out beforehand, before today, because I got a lot to record and I got a lot to watch. Just finished the Goku Black arc, and I want to make a decent dent in the Tournament of Power arc today. But, anywho, what's gonna be the schedule? Well, 6 videos a day, hopefully. I'm gonna try to shoot for that. 3, normal scheduled videos until we've finished story mode, or getting a decent amount of story mode out. Then we're gonna focus on 3 videos of alternating Dragon Ball things, starting with the timeline of series, then with movesets, then with gameplay. I do already have existing gameplay out that I will be adding to the gameplay playlist, actually, because I recorded more than I had to, because I did the math wrong. So some of that is gonna have to go up there as well. But shortly, gameplay will be surpassing my movesets, actually. And we're actually almost done with the hero side of movesets. I only have Oob and Pan left. Well, for Sparking Zero, I have Oob and Pan left until the DLC when we get Grandpa Gohan and Pikkon and stuff. But for Xenoverse, I have Oob, Pan, and Pikkon. So it's probably going to be, you know, Oob for Sparking Zero, Pikkon, and then the next ones will be Pan for Sparking Zero, and Raditz. I'm excited to get into the villains, because I do want to try to at least get some stuff done before each game gets there. A lot of DLCs, especially something like Sparking Zero, where they might be adding around 25 to 30 characters at once. But anyways, the way that we're going to be doing this is, and this is going to alternate between which ones I do first. This is an add-on, so don't really deal too much into this. For yesterday, the first one will be 3 story mode videos, followed by 1 of the 3 allotted series. I wanted to get this series out here first, before I did anything else. But I will probably follow this up with movesets. So for the first day, it'll be moveset. Oh, it'll be story mode, movesets, gameplay, story mode, my timeline series, and the goal is to get story mode finished before the beta for Invincible Versus comes out, so I can focus on recording 55-minute videos for each of them. First of all, doing gameplay for them all, and then just checking out the game, seeing it in training, basically testing out every character for like the first video, do some battles, do some gameplay, things of that nature, and have some fun doing it. And the Invincible stuff will be taking over the normal story mode stuff until it's just left with this being the Dragon Ball only month. Anyways, I've bitched on for long enough. What are we talking about today? Oh, sure. We are talking about the 3rd Dragon Ball Z movie, The World's Strongest. Yep, that's right, The World's Strongest, which is Turtles' movie. Where do I think this comes into the timeline is a What If Frieza saga. So, basically, everything from the Saiyan arc goes exactly as planned. Everything goes exactly 100% as planned. during the Saiyan arc. The Ginyu arc is the same way. The Frieza Saga is where this diverges. Where what's it called? Where in the Frieza arc, everything goes exactly as planned until Goku shows up, and in this timeline, Goku is able to kill Frieza by using the large spirit bomb. This sets, obviously, this changes quite a lot. Goku doesn't have Super Saiyan, and the wishes are really never actually made to Shenron to bring them all back to Earth. And they will be made. It takes them the 6 days to go back to Earth from Namek. This is where everything changes. They do make the wishes as in with canon, wishing back everybody who was killed by Frieza, which is also includes Vegeta. Yeah, so I'm kind of scatterbrained right now. When that happens, obviously you have Trunks and the whole Frieza debacle. Well, just kidding. There is no Frieza debacle, but you can argue that there was a King Cold debacle, but I don't think so. King Cold just doesn't show up in this timeline. King Cold is more than strong enough to kill them at this point. And this is even before the movie begins. So there is no way that they will be able to defeat King Cold. So King Cold doesn't show up at all. They do get the warning for the androids though by Trunks. This means the Tree of Might movie happens in between the 3 years of Goku killing Frieza and the awaiting for the androids. It doesn't matter where you place this area, but I'm going to say in the 2nd year. Vegeta is still in space, and everybody is a lot stronger now. And I do mean everybody. Chaozu, Tien, Yamcha, Krillin, they're all a lot stronger than they are in canon, because I believe Turtles, Crusher Core are actually quite powerful. Or at least in the range of either Zarbon and the Doria or the Ginyu Force. With this version, with Turtles being at the level of Final Form Frieza, due to the multiple Zenkais and eatings of the Tree of Might. Everything goes as in canon. Goku fights Turtles and kills him, and eventually kills him with the Spirit Bomb. To save why Gohan didn't grow his tail back in the Android arc, since he's still a kid and therefore could still grow it back, they go to Kami's place and have him do what they did for Goku's tail, so Gohan's tail never grows back again. And the reason I put I put Turtles at the same level as Frieza is pretty simple. Goku uses a times 20 against Turtles, and unlike Goku's Rush, his times 20 rush against Frieza, Goku is actually able to withstand a Kaioken times 20 and is perfectly fine in it. And he goes head to head with Turtles. This does mean that Turtles is stronger than Final Form Frieza. We will clock him a little bit above Final Form Frieza. Not 100% full power Frieza, but Final Form Frieza. Because Goku still doesn't go Super Saiyan against Turles, and Kaioken times 20 is not equivalent to Super Saiyan. So by just using times 20, Goku is able to match with Turles until Turles eats the fruit of the Tree of Might, which then I would clock him at full power Frieza. Or at least around Frieza's full power. Maybe not the 100% full bulky state, but somewhere around when he's starting to bulk up. We don't know how big of a boost the fruit gives them, but he was able to completely dominate Kaioken times 20 Goku. And obviously, the Spirit Bomb, much like with Frieza, is able to kill Turles. This is what I think happened in their timeline, and as for everything else, because Goku is actually stronger in this timeline, they fight the androids. Goku still doesn't have Super Saiyan, though. I honestly don't believe Goku would have been able to get Super Saiyan during this 3-year time skip. But he is a lot stronger than what he would be in canon, even with it. Because, again, he fought Turles, who would have been equivalent to Frieza anyways. And everybody else is a lot stronger, too. That means the androids would have been a smoother fight for them, but Dr. Gero was able to gather more data. And this is more data for Cell. This does mean Cell ends up looking different, if they even get to Cell. Which I believe they would. Because they don't have Goku with him. They don't have Goku with them, which means 17 and 18 don't really have a lot of interest in the others. Because again, there's no Goku. They want to hunt and make it a game to hunt for Goku. This all makes perfect sense. Cell ends up looking more human, like, he doesn't have the gems, so more just green skin there, which it looks very weird to me, because I can't imagine Cell without Frieza's DNA. This does mean his final form, or Cell's third form, does look a lot less like Frieza's final form, but I don't really know what it would look like exactly, but Cell's where everybody dies. Or at least that's where the majority of the cast dies. Cell is more bold and more open, since he doesn't have to deal with any Super Saiyans or anything. This does have the effect of Cell is weaker than... Cell would overall be weaker than what he would be in canon, since he doesn't have Super Saiyan DNA. And when Cell eventually kills Krillin, Goku would transform into a Super Saiyan and would fight against Semi-Perfect Cell. And that's just where everything ends. Super Saiyan Goku, even with that 50 times power boost when first transformation is unlocked, would not be enough to bridge the gap between him and Semi-Perfect Cell. And that's basically where I think this timeline could end. If you wanted to take it into a different way, where I will probably for some of these, I'm gonna give people alternate paths. Is you can say, well, end Perfect Cell kills Krillin, Goku goes Super Saiyan and ends Cell that way, but he comes back stronger, and because Goku doesn't have IT, it's pretty much the end. I can't really foresee a way for Goku to win against Cell, either without the aid of something like instant transmission, or having Super Saiyan already. If he had instant transmission, I could easily say he grabs Gohan, ITs, and goes in the hyperbolic time chamber, leaving Vegeta to fight Cell, because Vegeta would want to fight Cell, and he certainly is not going to be the first person down, but he isn't going to have Super Saiyan either. But even combined team-up attack against Imperfect Cell with Goku and Vegeta probably wouldn't be enough, but it would definitely present a much harder challenge. And they are no match for Semi-Perfect Cell any way you want to dice and slice it. But this is where I think Turtles' timeline ends, actually. With that being said, we have Lord Slug next time, and Lord Slug is a toughie, mainly because of Kaioken times 100. Yes, that is a real thing. Goku actually uses Kaioken times 100. I double-checked the wiki, I double-checked other things, and on the wiki, at least, it says he does Kaioken times 100, even though the multiplier is not called out to pierce through Slug. So I gotta figure out how the fuck to make that into a timeline. Because I am fairly certain that this will be another Goku kills Frieza with the Spirit Bomb, or even with the times 20 Kamehameha, just to make it unique. And then false Super Saiyan. It's just this weird area. Alright? And because of this weird area, I don't really know exactly where to put it in, and I don't want to disregard Kaioken times 100. That means we just have to peg Goku higher than what he was in canon. Because I'm loosely trying to use canon for who would be stronger than who, but in some cases, it's just gonna have to be, yeah, this.